Hello and welcome
Hello.
back.
Welcome. No, you go for it. Go for it, Graham.
This is the final round, the Legacy top 2 of the Temple Arden Winter Volcanic Island event. And we've come down to 2 players, which are Jared Allsop and Brennan Crawford. Now, Brennan came first playing Hogaak, and Jared Allsop was playing the Death Shadow Blue-Black deck. How do you feel about the matchup, Jesse?
I think it depends. I think if Shadow comes out of the gate swinging, it means that Hogaak might not have time to get online. But Hogaak can just sit there with little dudes, stall, and then combo off. It's going to be a matter of draws. I honestly think it's going to be a matter of mulliganing and drawing. Matchup-wise, I don't know. I think Hogaak feels slightly favoured to me.
Like, Hogaak has the ability to win on turn 2 or 3 if it goes off really well, but when it's competing against a deck which can play Death Shadow as a 0-0 and kill their bridges really early on,
absolutely,
it takes away one of their combo lines that they've got.
Yeah.
I'd also really like to thank Temple Arden for having us here this weekend as well.
Yeah,
and putting on this event. It's been a fantastic
It's been phenomenal.
event.
And Greg, like we said, I've been espousing this all day. Seriously good coffee. I'm not just saying that because I'm here. Like, I will be coming down here just to hang out and jam games. And guys, the Legacy scene is thriving, and it's good to be back. It's really good to be back, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like they're still sorting some things out on the table, but we'll see how this goes. Obviously, as I said, Brennan has managed to top the Swiss this round, so he's doing quite well with himself, and made it all the way through to the finals as well. As he won, he's going to be on the play, so that's a big advantage.
Yes. Yeah, most certainly, especially with a deck like Hogaak, where like you're right, turn 2, you can just get there. But I mean, I don't know. There are so many angles with which to fight it. It's like in Death Shadow, can it handle just being able to deal with Vengevines and Gravecrawlers and
and just everything
with
having
a combo
recursion.
finish? With that's exactly right. Like with the recursion, it's like how does it run out of steam? Because Hogaak's not running out of steam. Really,
it looks like our players have finished shuffling up. I'll just cut you a bit short there, and they're going to cut to the halfway through.
Guys, let's get into this. Brennan Crawford on Hogaak, Jared Allsop on UB Shadow.
All right.
This is gonna be a nail biter. I can't call it. I just, you know what I mean. If it was like Storm, or if it was Doomsday and Miracles or something, I'd be able to be like, yeah, I can make a call here. But it's going to be a race, and I don't know. I think game 1 Hogaak is favoured. I think when it comes to sideboard time, then maybe we see some changes.
We'll see some interesting
things
for
sure.
There. I also really like the combo element of the Hogaak deck, where it can just drop the Ult of Dementia and go just through the entire library in one go.
Guys, I'm telling you now, if you're getting into Legacy and you see that card come up, counter that altar. I don't see people countering the altar. Counter the altar.
It's difficult with so many things going on at once.
Absolutely.
But here we go. We're leading on a Blood-Stained Maya.
Yeah, dice spins down.
And we're going to see an Underground Sea, I guess, into a Careful Study. So Careful Study is draw 2, discard 2, and we're going to see things in the bin straight away.
Sometimes it's doubled in Tomb.
That's right. So the things that Brennan is looking to put in his graveyard, for those who don't know, Bloodghast, Vengevine, Bloodcrawler, Gravecrawler even.
Gravecrawler, yes.
And a Vengevine, and then eventually Hogaak's.
And the order of the cards matters as well.
Not in this particular deck, so this can be any order. No, so Vengevine is just looking at whether you've played 2 creatures this time.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, guys.
But otherwise, this is a newer deck, and Bloodghast doesn't care either. So these are all of the newer cards. Brennan is a big fan of just asking his opponent whether or not graveyard order does matter or not, and then we'll rearrange things.
Yeah, he did ask me that when I was playing him.
Yeah, and so that's what he's doing. He's just like moving the bridges together so that he can have a better idea of what's going on.
For sure. And Bridge is going to be so strong game 1. I think we're going to be seeing those surgicals coming in game 2 too.
Okay, so we're getting a March Fats, getting back the Bloodguard. So it has a landfall trigger. When a land comes into play, it comes from the graveyard into play.
That's right.
And if your opponent has 10 or less life, then it also gets haste, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's what the deck wants to be doing, so to speak. Alright, Bloodguard's in play.
Yep, and we're playing a Stitcher Supplier. So that is when it comes into play, and also when it
Bogan
dies,
Crab.
put 3 cards into your graveyard. And
Yep.
it hits a Altar of Dementia.
Never good to hit the altar. Sometimes you just don't get there.
Gets a Vengevine as well.
Seems strong.
Yeah,
Seems real
can't
good.
complain about it. Did I see him? Not sure what the second card he's cast that turn was to get that Vengevine back into play.
I'm not sure either.
No, right. He
yes.
played a Hogaak and I just missed it. So Hogaak's come out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. This is what, yeah.
It's game over.
Wow. And this is what we said.
Fast and speedy game.
It just, and exactly what we predicted. Just coming out of the gate. What was that? Turn 2, turn 3, turn...
That was turn 3, I think.
Turn 3, yeah.
And that's even through the wasteland that he's managed to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's have a look at the sideboards here. We can start off with you. I think you've got Jared Allsop's deck.
Yeah, I'm going to read off Jared's. Okay, guys, we have 1 Brazen Borrower, 1 Fatal Push, 1 Graf Digger's Cage, 2 Hymn to Turax, 1 Krakus, 2 Liliana, The Last Hope, 2 Plague Engineers, 2 Ratchet Bombs, and 3 Surgical Extraction. I'll let you read yours.
What do you think we're going for? Let's just focus on this first.
Surgical Extraction is coming in unequivocally.
Yeah.
That's coming right in.
And what's the main thing you're hitting? You're trying to hit the bridges? You're trying to hit the other creatures?
Every target's good. I mean, you see a Vengevine, you hit a Vengevine. You see a Hogaak, you hit a Hogaak.
Right.
Yeah, really everything. The deck is functioning from the graveyard. In as much as it's like a stronger version of Dredge at the moment, I think.
The Krakus manages to hit the Hogaak, so that's pretty cool.
Do I see Krakus coming in?
Don't think it's bad.
Do you think he'd bring it in though? Is it fast enough? Like,
one of the things is like, what are you wanting to keep? Like, what do you want to take out? Because I don't think Fatal Push is really doing that much in this matchup.
No, certainly not. But I think you will see Brazen Borrower.
That's definitely an option
I think you'll see Brazen Borrower.
There's a chance to Plague Engineer or Ratchet Bomb just to deal with the zombies.
Yeah, Ratchet Bomb I think is definitely coming in. Some number of Plague Engineer or Ratchet Bomb.
So let's jump over to Brennan. On his side, he's got 1 Cabal Therapy, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Abrupt Decay, 2 Assassin's Trophy, 4 Force of Vigor, and 4 Leyline of the Void. So one of the things here is Jared really just needs... really needs to work out whether his opponent is going to be doing a catch-all with the graveyard, so doing something like Leyline of the Void, or whether he's going to be doing targeted removal, and then work out what the best thing to board against that. Because if he's got Leylines, then he wants to bring in the Force of Vigors, and if he's got targeted removal like Surgical or Relic, then he's going to be wanting to go for the Thoughtseizers and the Cabal Therapy.
If Leyline resolves, Hogaak becomes a Zoo deck.
Exactly.
We're just playing like Bogan Zoo, and we have to just try and get there and whittle away, and then I think Shadow is favoured. And this is why the sideboard is going to be so awesome.
So we are going back down to the match. It looks like they've finished up sideboarding, so this is game 2 of the finals at Temple Arden.
Good luck to Brennan, good luck to Jared.
Absolutely. So looking at our 7s, that looks like a mulligan already from Jared's side. That's pretty fast.
He's a great player. He knows when to mulligan. Again, so much of Legacy and so much of Magic is knowing when to mulligan and not getting attached to pretty pictures and seeing things as numbers. You know what I mean? It is hard though to make those distinctions.
Yeah. So
both players down to 6.
Just having a quick look here. Yeah,
you always feel better when it's, especially when I think Jared being on 6 if Brennan had been on 7 would not have felt good.
Yeah, so I can see a Delver and a Ethereal Forager. Just in case anyone wasn't aware, we are going to be back here tomorrow again, and even on Monday as well. Volcanic Island on both days, and we're going to be playing some 7-Point Highlanders.
7-Point Highlander. I got to tell you, it is a great format. You get to see, we get Mind's Desire. What a treat!
It's amazing. You
can play Storm's a real deck.
It is a real deck. It goes off real fast.
It is real good. Mine's Desire is pointed?
My Desire is not pointed. You can have it for free.
Okay.
You just have to play a few spells to get it there.
Yeah. Look, we'd love to see people down tomorrow. I think I might be coming down just to kind of vibe in the store. So if you want to come and meet Bede and the man behind the hat.
Absolutely. So we're going
down to 5, I believe.
Down to 5.
Down to 5 for both.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to be starting at 10:30 tomorrow and going until we're all done. Hope to see everyone here.
Today ran so smoothly as well.
Yeah, it's just
you have not
fantastic
seen,
event.
like...
Well done.
Alright, what are we seeing in the hand? We've got Brainstorm, Flooded Strand.
Looks like a stifle, so he's kept in the stifles, which is interesting.
Stifles, I think, a great call.
Yeah, like works on the Hedron crabs, works on the Stitches supplier.
Dementia?
Yeah, works on the Altar of Dementia as well.
Yeah, sure. Another target.
Just like lots of things to do. It's not game breaking, but it's definitely just slowing your opponent down.
Yeah, it's good enough to be there.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of what Jared is going to be looking at. Basically, he's on the Delver pad. Stick a shadow, ride it to victory. But I mean, how much of the graveyard can he interact with? He's really, do you mulligan down to the ley line?
Yeah, he doesn't really have anything which can just remove the graveyard entirely. It's also all the targeted removal. So you're just trying to do the tempo plan of just leaning on what you have.
Well, at this point, that becomes a lot more difficult on 5 cards with, like, having a surgical in hand. It's like making the choices of what do I put back, of like how much graveyard hate can I have versus needing to resolve a threat.
Yeah, definitely.
So, trying to have a little peek at the hand here, but my eyesight is going. I'm getting old, losing the hairline as well.
We have made a decision, so
let's have a look.
We've got both sides, and we've got Jared leading. It's going to be a Misty Rainforest.
Sure.
And leading
Firing
on
a Ponder.
Yeah, so that's great when...
I think there's an argument here for getting a basic, against Wastelands.
Well, I don't believe the Hogaak deck plays Wastelands.
Wasn't it running? Oh.
No, it is not playing Wastelands.
Oh, it was also the head of Wasteland.
Yeah, so
I'm
Delver
sorry.
Because he's a Delver deck, we're playing the Delver Wasteland kind of style on his side. It's also shocking and going down to 17, which is just, against this kind of aggressive combo deck, is also just a little bit risky, but it's one of the kind of dualities of playing with the Shadow deck, in that you want to be below that 13 life amount. So
there's definitely a point of critical mass though, where you're right, where you can overdo it.
And at the same time, it also can turn on the Bloodcast if you're getting below 10
That's
life
exactly
as well.
right, and it can make combat maths extraordinarily difficult as well.
Okay, and on the other
Brennan
side of the table, we
Zelda.
see a Once Upon a Time. So
really
we're going to see
opening.
First top 5 card the library, and he gets to play it for free because it's the first spell that he's played this game.
Yeah, so here's his Ancestral Recall.
And he's managing to do it quite cleverly by playing the land first through a daze.
Yeah.
So gets an Underground Seed there, and let's see if we get anything off the land this time.
Makes the mulligan better. Fixed up that mulligan.
Looks like he's holding 3 land and
Grave
2
Crawl.
blue
No,
cards, Stitches Supplier.
I
think there's a blue card, so I'm going to guess that that's Careful Study. He doesn't have that much blue in the deck.
Stitches is Bogan Crab. We're going to see 3 cards in the bin, and so it begins. Oh, beautiful Island Swamp. Really, really nice. What edition is that?
That... I'm not sure. Oh, actually, I know exactly what that is. That's a Japanese altered swamp.
Very pretty.
And that has been done by Scourge Altered, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Who does a lot of work. Looks really cool.
So what are we hitting in the bin here? We have a Careful Study.
Careful Study, a land, and a altar.
Yeah.
Not quite where you want to be.
Not quite where you want to be, but that is the nature of variance.
But as you mentioned earlier, like, he is playing around the wasteland by getting the basics where he can.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, when I misspoke.
So that's okay.
Thanks for forgiving me, mate. You're very kind.
So Jared is just sitting back on his 2 land. He's playing the control role here, which is definitely where he needs to be. Let's see if we can get anything.
Still feel like Brennan may be in the driver's seat here.
That's always going to happen. Plays down that land he grabbed early off the Once Upon a Time. He goes for a Grave Crawler. Careful Study following up. Oh, sorry, not a Careful Study, a Hedron Crab.
You know what? I think I would have played the crab. Is there an argument for playing the crab first?
And Hogaak out of hand.
Oh.
Lovely.
Oh, God, it's happening again. Oh, dear stream. F in the stream, please.
Yeah, and he needed to do
F in the
all of
stream,
those
guys.
plays just to get enough food in the graveyard for that Hogaak to get
So that means that
down.
he's not holding any... Oh, wow, there's no counter magic for it.
No counter magic. I can
Oh,
see a
this is
Wasteland, an
rough.
Underground Sea. Yeah, plays Underground Sea and pass. This is
Oh,
not a good
God.
space for Jared to be in.
That's
So
what I got
this
the powers
is,
for 8,
9,
9,
so it's-
9, 10, 11, 12? 12? No.
It's 8 from the Hogaak, 1 from the Stitches Supplier,
1 from the
and
Stitches, I'm sorry.
2 from the Gravecrawler,
Yes.
which is 11 in
11
total.
damage.
The big clock, 2 turns.
So we need a sweeper here from Jared. Jared needs to just
Well,
sweep the
even a
board.
sweeper doesn't work here because the main sweeper that he would be playing would be Toxic Deluge, which I don't believe he had. No,
Oh, he's got
didn't.
Ratchet Bomb and Explosives.
He's got Ratchet
But
Bomb.
it's
So
still like,
Ratchet
it's
Bomb
how do we
and
deal with- yeah.
Explosives don't get there. It doesn't deal with the Hogaak. So, yeah, his only real answer to Hogaak
Heading to
there
combat.
is Karakas and Brazen Roller.
Yes, Krakens is not fast enough. It's just not. It's not going to get there.
Karakas is fine. It deals with the Hogaak, but it doesn't deal with the rest
It's
of the
not dealing
board.
with the little zoo idiots. Death Shadow in play, okay, but is it enough?
Yeah, so Death Shadow comes down, so that's...
Buys him. Doesn't even buy him a
That's-
turn.
buys him a
2,
turn.
3, 4, 5. Buys him a turn ostensibly.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously it depends on.
You can
on
favorably
how.
block the Hogaak at the moment, I believe.
Yes.
So 13 minus 8, so yeah, so it just trades 1 for 1 at
Yes.
the moment.
So the Wasteland comes out, wasting the Underground Sea. Okay.
But he's got him down to 6, which means that if you can get a Bloodghast in the bin somehow off that Hedron crab,
Yes, that's it.
yeah, so let's see this trigger here.
Here we go, guys.
Going
Spin,
three.
spin, spin, spin. What do we get?
We get
Cabal
2 Cabal
Therapy.
Therapies
No,
and
not really
I think a Hedron crab.
Yeah, the Cabal Therapy here, not really.
But he also has the option of just taking anything that Jared might have to deal
I don't
with
see
him.
him. I don't see him using it here. I think he's
Like,
wants
I
to keep
think,
the board state.
I think it's fine. You can sack the Bloodghast to the Cabal Therapy and
Post
then...
combat, sure, why not? Yeah.
Well, no, do it pre-combat, fetch, get it back again, and then attack. And that means you've, like, at
I
least
was
seen a
gonna say
little bit of what
attack
is going
first,
on. Yeah, but either way works.
Oh, but I
Like,
guess it's better to see the hand first before combat.
yeah, just
It to be
work out what you're fighting
like,
against.
slightly more efficient. Yeah, sure.
So we get some Bayou here.
Look at me. See, I can talk about real things.
So the Bayou doesn't do a lot of work in the main deck. It has the Once Upon a Time, but otherwise it's just wanting to hardcast Vengevine if
Three
your
cards in the
opponent
bin.
has something later on.
Hitting the
It's
Grave
got
Crawler.
a Gravecrawler.
And a...
Not sure what that other card is. It's got a Misty as
Brennan.
well. Might be a Vengevine, but I'm not entirely certain. Let's have a look though. We get the Gravecrawler into play,
Let's have a look.
and then
Okay.
he's got a Hogaak.
I think that's it, guys.
And that Hogaak is going to get a Vengevine, and that Vengevine is going to be the lethal damage.
That's it,
that we need
guys.
here.
God, what?
Yep,
The
there we
deck
go.
has
Last
just
card.
performed.
Hogaak trigger and Surgical on the Vengevine. Okay.
Okay.
Doing it for life.
We called it. Remember I said earlier? You can just Surgical Avenge mine.
Still got a lot of power on that
Now,
board,
though,
but he's
this
not dead
actually, this does come back to talking about what you were saying. Maybe firing off the Cabal Therapy first, that would have been better. Force him to Surgical. Because you want to make people surgical on your terms. It's always important, where possible, make people do things on your terms.
yet. Yeah. So one interesting thing to note there is that there was already a Hogaak in play, and he sacrificed the one that he just played. So
Okay.
that means that he's still got a Hogaak without Summoning Sickness on the board at the
Yes.
moment, and that has Trample. So that's the forced block here. Death Shadow is definitely blocking the Hogaak,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
he's taking the 4 damage for the remaining
yes.
cards.
Yes.
There. So it's a little bit dangerous for Jared, but I think we're at least gonna get rid of the Hogaak, and unless Brennan gets a fetch land, he's not going to be able to.
I mean, there's an argument for him just not
play it again
attacking. There's an
next
argument
time.
for him just not attacking with Hogaak.
You have to attack with
I
Hogaak,
suppose,
otherwise one of
because
your
you have
2
to- yeah, sure.
goes away.
Yes. Sorry.
But he can fetch here. I believe
true.
they're both 8/8s at the moment, and fetching would
No,
turn
if
that
you-
into
you-
a 9/9.
If he fetches though, then fetch takes him down to 5.
Oh, sorry, I
4,
take
3,
that
then
back.
no,
It's
he'd
a
dead.
7/7
he'd
at the
be dead,
moment. It
he'd
can
be dead.
fetch it to an 8/8.
But
if he
he'd
shocks-
go to 3, then he'd die.
No, he can fetch to 5. He can't get a shock land.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. So if he doesn't get the shock, okay, then he's
This is just a 1-for-1 trade. Doesn't have any bridges in graveyard, but I think
Sure.
that's fine.
So it does end up fetching that. It goes down to 5. really strong board state here for Brennan.
Sure.
I don't know what his
Garrett
outs are.
has any outs, but we're going to play it through to the last.
I mean, we're about to find out. Like,
see how this goes.
oh look, it's the end of the day. Played your outs. I'd say that as a Storm player, like you'd be surprised things you can get through.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have gone through
So I think the main out he was going to be Plague Engineer. If you can get that named Zombie.
Yes.
But
it's only an out for one turn though, right?
It's an out for 3 of the creatures, and then he has to block the Bloodguard.
Yeah,
but that's his main out. I think here is going to be a Plague Engineer on Zombie.
I think he might be in a bit of trouble.
Definitely trouble, but like if he's got outs, then you keep playing.
For sure. Even Jiggers before, boy, he really nearly brought that back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plague Engineer, beautiful
you have to be in
artwork
it
as
to
well.
win it, Jesse.
Very reminiscent to some of like the old Onslaught stuff of when I really thought Magic had it's kind of like dark macabre feel to it. I really enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're theraping here. We're going to have a look at what's going on. Sacking the Great Baller to do it.
Yep. Post combat, was it?
Yeah, this is post combat.
It is post combat, yes. So Cabal Therapy in the dark. What do you think he names here? What would you be naming here? I guess Plague Engineer.
Well, you have to work out what his outs are. See, Underground Sea Force Will.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Reveals the top, and that is game.
Guys, that is it. Hogaak takes it home. 2-0 to Brennan Crawford.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see if we can get him in the booth to have an interview with us soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in with us. That is a volcanic island that he's won today.
Yeah.
As we said, this is Temple Island that we're playing at, and they've got 2 more days of events at... we've got 2 more days of events playing Highlander for volcanics each day. And it's going to be great.
And thanks to you, you've been an absolute gem to stream with. Guys, I've had such a fun time being on stream. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in. What an amazing day of Legacy. I can tell you, to actually be here and be in the room and feel that buzz it's incredible. And the Melbourne scene is fantastic. And shout out to Jimbo and all the crew here who are supporting it, and everyone coming down, and to all of you tuning in. And we for us sitting here, I can't tell you how much it means to us. And yeah, we're very appreciative to be back and be spinning dice and to be drawing cards.
It's been great. Thanks everyone.
Thank you very much, guys.
Tuning in.
All the best. Ciao. Was that right?
Welcome back to the booth. Tim Worcester here with our winner, Brennan Crawford. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Would you like one of these?
Is it a volcanic island?
It is a volcanic island.
I would love
one
that.
of those today, I believe.
I have in fact won this
that exact
volcanic
one.
right here. Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Oh, what a coincidence. Fantastic.
So congratulations, it must
Thank
be
you.
said. How was the day for you? What did you run into?
Great, by the looks of it.
You did win that volcanic island, it must
This
be said.
in particular one, yeah. You know, the matches were good. Played against Storm, Infect, I think the deck is called Canadian Threshold, like the Rug Delver deck with mongooses. Mongai, whatever the plural of that is. Yeah. Then I played against Bant Miracles. That was my one loss in the Swiss, was to Miracles.
Mr. Jiggins?
Yeah, to Jiggins. I multi-5 both games, and I saw Trop on turn 1 in game 1, so I kind of put him on Delver, and then he end of turn brainstormed, or end of turn 2 brainstormed maybe off a fetch or something, set up a Terminus and Terminus me.
You don't want to get Terminus too much.
Sure don't.
It's a fast deck, but if you get Terminus, they're going somewhere else.
Terminus is very good when I don't have an Altar or Carrion Feeder or anything like that. So that was quite good. Yes, I lost those 2 games. Obviously the mulligans are not, they matter, but I feel like I kind of just got rolled a little bit there anyway. Beat Burn in the 5th round.
Oof.
Yeah, that'll
be a reasonable matchup for you, I'm assuming? You're a little bit faster?
I think it's quite good. I've played against the same person twice, and I think it might have been like somewhere in the vicinity of 10 to 15 minutes for the total both matches put together.
Against Burn? Yeah, sounds about right.
And I think I'm 4-0 in that matchup, yeah, like in games. So it seems quite good to me. Just they can't deal with like all of the creature pressure by like the second turn. They're just, they're fast, but
you're faster.
Yeah, it's like he made a couple of cool plays which were like bolt his own creature to turn my bridges off, to exile my bridges. That was really cool. But obviously that's obviously 2 for 1 in themselves, and I just attack with like Venge Funds and stuff.
How was the finals? It
Yeah.
looks pretty clean.
Finals was good. My opponent mulliganed to 5, I believe, both games. I mulled to 5 in the second game, and I can't remember if I kept 7 or 6 in the first game. I'm not sure how that matchup is supposed to play out. They're just another Days Force of Will, backed by
Delver-ish
pressure deck.
Yeah.
Like Delvers and Shadows. I made a couple of very large mistakes in that match. I think I'm not going to chalk it up to being tired, but it definitely was a factor. But yeah, I remember one specific spot. I had a Stitcher Supplier, a Bloodghast, and a Gravecrawler, and another Gravecrawler in my bin. And I attacked with all of them instead of just my 2/2/1 creatures. And my opponent killed my Stitcher Supplier and pathed my Gravecrawler, and I didn't have any zombies to bring back my
Awkward.
my Gravecrawlers anymore. Yeah, that was a huge punt. Thankfully, my opponent was very low on resources. Oh, sorry, this was against Chickens. Excuse me, not in the finals match.
You are
Apologies.
tired.
Yeah, I'm off the bridge. But yeah, so there was that, and then there was a couple of mistakes in the Shadow matchup as well, but can't complain too much when I got there in the end. I felt pretty lucky.
You do need a bit of luck to get there, and you were lucky when it mattered, it seems. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Shout out to Tabernacle Games. We are at Temple Arden today. Lovely store. Never been here myself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been here once.
The coffee's
last
good.
year. Yeah,
the people
fantastic.
are nice. It smells good. Shout out to Jimbo as well for having us.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/EpicEcky for those of you currently watching the stream.
Or on YouTube later on, perhaps.
True, I believe there's VODs in 3-4 months, Jimbo, was it? Roundabout.
Hold out.
I'll
Wow,
take the
that's
over on
impressive.
3.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having us, everyone. Thank you to the viewers for tuning in. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
this man. One more Volcanic Island
Thank you.
in the tin.
So that's very nice.
Check us out for Highlander tomorrow and the day after. What a format. I won't be there. You should, though.
Yeah, I'll be playing both days of Highlander. Format's phenomenal. If anybody hasn't tried it out, I'm just advocating at this point. If anybody hasn't tried out Australian Highlander, the format's fantastic. I think it's easily my favourite format. So.
We'll see you then. Congratulations again to this man.
Thank you,
everyone,
thank you.
for having us.
That's good.
I gotta work through it some days.